Hello.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Islam.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Further Jaman, Shaheen, how are you?
I am fine. What about, sir?
Fine, thank you very much. What are you? How are you fasting?
Yeah,
In
it's
China?
going on.
Is it easy to fast in China?
No, is the temperature is day by day increasing.
No, I'm talking about fasting in Ramadan. Isn't easy to China or complicated?
No, it's easy. There's no problem about the fasting.
Which city do you live in China? Is it Beijing?
It's Henan province, Jiangsu city.
Do you live in Beijing city? Which one you live in?
No, I live in north part in China. It's Henan province. Beijing is
How far? How far it is from Beijing?
Beijing, probably 900 kilometers far from Beijing.
Okay, 900 kilometers. So, is the condition normal? Pandemic condition normal?
China is already overcome. There is no coronavirus.
So every sort of thing is normal. People are dealing with job or transportation.
Yeah, all is normal.
What about you? What about your university study?
Study now. I am in 6th semester. I have one more semester in 1 year. I have 1 year after I would complete my graduation. In
Are you doing the online class with university or physical class?
yeah, online class. I'm doing online class. But in Chinese people, they are doing physical class. But in international students, they have to join online.
All right, international student, good. So now our time to start the class. Let's check the participant. We have Mr. Farid Jaman and Nazmul Arifa. Okay, Farid Jaman is gift. And the Najimul Islam. Yeah. So can we start class? Yeah.
Sir, Fariduzzaman is not available here. Shakil Ahmed.
Shakil, okay. Can we start class now or we have to wait for some time?
Yes, sir, start class now because last few days student, the participant will be reduced.
Reduce, okay. So let's get started. Before starting, I like to know about your experience. You practice yourself at your home. You are supposed to prepare or supposed to testify yourself answering questions. I like to know, have you practiced yourself answering 40 questions from Cambridge 11 just for in an hour? Please share your experience in terms of practicing yourself. Mr. Shakil, what's your experience?
Yes, sir, I practice, but I could not get well because I struggling with the meaning, understanding meaning. Most of the answer will be incorrect, like first and second passages I did mistake
Because of your misunderstanding of word meaning, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what do you have to do to learn meaning? What you have to do? You are familiar with the terms of question, familiar with the technique. Now what do you have to do to learn the word meaning, variety of word?
I have need to learn about more similar meaning, synonym, and also
Don't you need to practice English newspaper, English magazine, or English article? Don't you cannot you habituated to read English newspaper from now rather than reading Bengali newspaper or Bengali books?
it not as usual, but sometimes I try to read newspaper through online. But I think if I found physical newspaper, it will be better for me.
As the IELTS candidate, better for you if you habituate to practice read English newspaper, English magazine, English anything. When you listen English news in television, better for you if you try to listen English news like BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera as well. When you try to learn English, read English newspaper, better to read English like the Guardian or other newspaper will be helpful for you, because we know IELTS reading, there's nothing commons. We just train our learners some strategy which help their times, but the rest of the thing, to improve your reading skill, you have to practice reading from now rather than reading your native language, and it will be better for you. Now, Arifa, what is your feedback, please? Arifa, have you practiced yourself?
Yes, sir. I try to do the test, but in my case, the same problem like before. I have a problem with the time management. Like if I spend more time, then I am able to do more correct. I can understand the meaning if I spend time. Then when I try to minimize my time, then it's really hard for me to finish the task within time. And also my mistaken rates as well as goes higher.
So you are facing time management. So can you tell me your problems, sort of question you are doing mistake? What kinds of question
is that table matching.
And
because I don't, if I like try to read so quickly within the time, then it's really hard for me to understand the meaning. Then I do more mistake. But when I take time to read the sentences, then it's really like I can able to do more right answer.
As you are living in Canada, are you in Canada?
Yes, sir.
So as you are living in Canada, I think you must have a habit of reading English books, English newspaper.
No. Actually, I really don't like reading. So all the time, especially in English, all the time I try to skip that. But now it's a issue for me. It's a problem for me. It's becoming a problem as I didn't read that much English books, newspapers. So, but I can understand the meaning. But the problem is that I cannot read like too fast. Every task I need at least 1 hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes more.
This is happening for your speedness of slow speeds of readingness, because you are not habituated for readings from the beginnings. You are new, you are the beginner of English reading. So, and as you are living in English speaking country, Canada, so it is great scope for you, great opportunity for you to improve your reading skill by reading English, by reading newspaper, article, magazines, or you may into your books. You are studying with university, your books are in English. So if you read through a lesson with your university assignment and identify some word, will be more helpful, because we have mentioned IELTS reading. There is nothing common, nothing specific. Though we recommended our learner to follow some sort of book, the Cambridge book or other book, but in final exam, we don't have some common passage. That's why to improve your, nevertheless, we know technique, but until we are not habituated for reading English, variety of English newspaper, magazine, we cannot do better, because we have great experience for reading passages. There are lots of complicated words they are using. That's why And for us to get 7+8 score, we need time to practice ourselves to make our efficiency on reading skill. Okay, I hope you can do better. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
okay, Arifa or Reja, Mr. Reja, what is your experience? Please share your experience in terms of reading skill.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yes, Reja, please share your experience.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I am hearing you.
Sir, I am also facing the same problem, the same issues. It's taking it too much time to cover the answers, the whole answers. So there is a problem.
Reja,
Other than that is okay.
In your academic career, are you habituated to read English or your language?
Sir, usually I learned from my father because my father was an English professor. And that's all, sir. This is only nothing more than that.
But you are practicing a great course. It is IELTS, international course. It's a great course, IELTS.
Yes.
To make your fluence, to improve your skill in English, particularly for IELTS to achieve 7.7+8 score. The most of the thing depend on you, whether you are habituated for, or whether you enjoy reading English or not, whether you enjoy listening English, or whether you enjoy writing English, whether you enjoy speaking English. For the skill, you have to enjoy yourself, then you can do better. What we are doing, we are giving our learners some strategy, some techniques to get good score. But the IELTS candidate is very important for IELTS candidate to make habit for reading, writing, speaking, listening as well. So, and living in Bangladesh, it is very challenging for the Bangladeshi or non-native country who are living non-native country. It's very challenging for them. Arifa is living in Canada, is very good for her. But the person who are living non-native English country like Bangladesh, China, Pakistan, India is very challenging for them because they are not habituated to read English. In some country like India, Bangladesh, English is second language, but we are not practicing, we are not treating English as a second language. So remember that to treat English as a second, when you make habit of reading English news, you can do better. Okay, and thing is that who else with our Reja? Tariq, Mr. Tariq Shumon. Tariq Shujan, please.
Yes, sir.
Share your experience in terms of reading skill.
So I have numerous problem to understanding the meaning of some word and meaning of whole sentence. I think there is so new word towards me reading.
You are struggling with understanding new words. So that's why we are talking about to make habit of reading English news, English article, English magazines. So no matter you cannot understand, but gradually if you practice reading English news, English article or English book, rather than we Bangladeshi must have habit of reading English Bengali article, Bengali status of Facebook, any sorts of thing. But we, as you are practicing English, as you are looking to get good score in IELTS, no alternative way without practicing, without reading English news, English magazine, or identify yourself the uncommon English word vocabulary. Very helpful for you. So other one, who else with us? Reja, Shakil, Arifa, Salma. Hello, Salma, how are you? Salma, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm listening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, how are you fasting? How are you fasting your the Ramadan fasting?
Yeah, it's good, thank you.
Are you living in which country are you living now?
No, I'm living in UK.
Oh, UK. So you are originally from which country? Saudi Arabia?
No, Africa.
Africa. Which
Sudan.
country? Sudan.
Sudan.
Okay. Sudani language is Arabic, isn't it?
Yeah, is Arabic.
Okay. So the people of Arabian country, as my experience, I have traveled Saudi Arab, Dubai, Qatar for conducting IELTS exam. When I
Yeah.
work with British Council, I have found the Arabian people speak English. Their pronunciations is not perfect that we can pronounce our Bangladeshi, Asian, Pakistani. But you are struggling with the pronunciation. How long are you living in UK?
2 years.
3 years. Are you studying in there, or what purpose you are in UK?
No, not yet.
Are you studying? Are you studying in UK? What are you doing there? UK?
I want to study medical laboratory.
So do you have habit of English newspaper or English article?
No, not yet.
Okay, so it is better for you because for Chinese, for Arabians, English is
Yeah.
so complicated than the Asian, some Pakistani, Bangladeshi, or Indians, because Arabian people are not habituated to speak English like the native one, that they are struggling
Yes.
in terms of pronunciation. They are not familiar with the English word. So I like to recommend you. You are living in UK, and don't read your Arabian newspaper. Don't watch Arabian news like Al Jazeera Arabian news. Better
Okay.
to watch English drama, English news, and read English newspaper. No matter you don't understand. What we are helping you, we are training you the technique in IELTS technique. So have you tried your thought IELTS reading as we instructed in the previous classes?
Yeah, I tried some books.
No, in the previous class, I have instructed the learner to try themselves from IELTS Cambridge Trust 4 to answer 40 questions. Have you tried?
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
Try. So how many questions you could correct while trying?
21.
20. 20 correct, or how many?
Is a 14 minutes.
14 minutes. So, okay, we will discuss today's. Let's get started from the class today's.
Okay.
Today's we are supposed to, we were supposed to practice our thought,
Okay.
IELTS, for task 4. Let's try ourselves whether we can do or not. I like to start from Salma, and Salma have to tell me the technique, the way you follow in terms of answering IELTS reading. Okay, are you seeing the passages, Salma? Hello, Salma, are you watching? Are you seeing? Are you looking the screen? Some passages?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, did you have the books? The passages book? Did you have? Do you have this kinds of book?
Okay.
Okay, this is a reading. How many question in reading part? Do you have idea?
No, no, I don't idea. Sorry.
Okay, in the previous classes we have conducted lots of classes. In this classes we discuss in reading there are 40 questions, there are 3 passages, and you have to answer 40 questions in an hour. So
Okay.
every answer are in the passage. You have to find where the answer is. This is the main thing for IELTS reading. Follow us today's. Follow us how we are answering. Now let's get started the classes today's. Okay, Arifa, can you Arifa with me?
Yes, sir.
Arifa, as you are seeing in the screen, this is true, false, not given. Enter your practicing period of IELTS reading. Were you able to correct true, false, not given question all, or half, 50%, or 75%? How many percentage of your success? Enter your practicing readings in terms of
Sometimes it depends on the question, because first two passages are easy. First two passages are quite easy than the third one. So if the passage is easy, then all are maybe one or two is incorrect.
your success rate, percentage of successes, is it 55%, 75%, or 50%, or 80% your success rate?
I would say 80% in case of true false, but in the list of heading, it's 40 or 50%.
Your success is 50%.
Success
So
rate, yeah.
okay, now we can start. Ariba, could you please tell me our questions? And
Yes,
there
the
are
first question.
4 questions, and how much time you need to spend for finding 4 questions, as you are seeing here, true, false, not given.
So true, false. For the first passage, I try to do my first passage finish within 15 minutes. Because it's quite easier than the other one. So it depends, because sometimes there is a lot of true false. So if I will do the true false first, then the maximum of the passage I have been reading, right? So
Next of the questions maybe 15 minutes. Oh, okay,
So
I
then
think
it
it is very
covers-
easier for you. It is very easier, isn't it?
true false is quite easier in terms of the other list of research, or I should say heading matching is the most
Complicated.
toughest part of the IELTS reading section.
Okay, could you please try yourself from answering question number 1, 2, 3, or 5, 4? Let's please.
Yes, I can. The first question is, there may be genetic causes for the difference in how young the skin of identical twin looks. Sir, should I read all the question first?
Yes. You first of all read the first question, number 1 question, and give our participant, tell them participant the main word and your strategy you follow.
Sir, here the main keyword is difference between the twin looks, young skin of twin looks.
First of all, how can you understand the main word? How can you identify the main word?
I will read the first passage heading, the title of the passage, research using twins. So the passage is for what reason? What is the basic of this passage? It's about all twins. So here it's talking about differences between
twins, baby, identical twins, or parental twins. Okay. Now our technique is that read first the question and identify the basic main word. So you have mentioned there may be genetic causes for the difference in how young the skin of identical twin look. So you must understand the question. Once you understand the question, it is easier for you. The main theme or main word of the question will helpful for you to find out. So here you understand that there may be genetic causes for the difference in how young the screens the identical twins looks. So which is the main word? You are talking about the genetic causes of difference, how young skin. Is it the main word?
Yes, sir. Or we should, because it's talking about the twin look. So it's
and the young skin.
It's the young skin.
skin of identical twin. There are two kinds of twin. One, the
Yes,
identical
identical twin.
that mean in a body two person. This is called identical twin. And
Young skin of identical twin.
so where we have the answer? Can you find the location of the answer in the question booklet? From the passage where how you got the answer? How did you get the answer?
Sir, first para.
First paragraph. Which line did you got the answer?
Sir, last line.
Can you read the line, please? Mr. Shakil, can you
Any
read the line?
differences
Please?
between them? One twin having younger. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Any
Please.
differences between them? One twin having younger looking skin, for example, must be due to environmental factors such as less time spent in the sun.
Okay. Read very carefully, and you can understand the meaning. Then you have to know whether it is true, false, or not given. Any difference between them? One twin having younger looking skin, for example, must be due to environmental factor such as less time spent in the sun. So it is complete. There is some conflicts between the question or similar information. What do you think?
So it is conflicts because the question says the genetic cause, but then we find in the passage in environmental cause.
So answer should be true, false, or not given.
False.
They're false.
Okay, easy. Second question, please. Second question, I like to recommend to read Shakil Bijoy. Mr. Shakil, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Shakil, could you read the question number 2? Tell me the main word of the question.
Twins are at greater risk of developing certain illness than non-twins.
Twins are at greater risks. Twins, that means the baby who are twins baby have greater risks of developing certain illness, developing certain disease like the cancer or other disease, or
They're
then
not
non-twins.
twins.
That they compare in the question. So Shakil, what is the
Yes.
main word? What is the main word in the question?
Sir, illness risks.
Good.
Risk of
So
illness.
illness risks of, and compare with the illness risks of a twin
Yes.
baby.
Twin
Now
and non-twin.
you have to find for me the location. Here you have the passage. Find for me location.
Second passage.
Sir, passage 2. Alternatively, by comparing the experiences of identical twins with those of fraternal twins who come from separate eggs and share on average half their DNA, researchers can quantify the extent to which our genes affect our lives. If identical twins are more similar to each other with respect to an ailment than fraternal twins are, then vulnerability to the disease must be rooted at least in part in heredity. Sir,
Okay, so is the information similar with the question or some conflict? Some conflict.
this
Similar.
message, no sir, have no information about non-twins.
It's not
and
given.
twins. Not given,
There is
no information.
they have given information only about the twins baby, but they did not
Yes, sir.
compare with the
Compare
non-twins.
with non-twins and twins.
That's why answer should be
Not given.
thank you, not given. So good. Now question number 3. Salma, please, could you read the Salma question number 3? Salma.
Hello.
Yes. Can you read the question number 3?
Okay. Voucher investors
Yes.
in newspapers for
Okay.
twins who had
Twins.
been separated at birth.
Okay. Voucher advertised newspaper for twins. Who had been separated at birth. That means some Voucher, some person advertised in newspaper for twins who had been separated. The twin has been separated at birth. So, Salma, did you understand the question? Did you understand the meaning of the question?
Appears. No, sir. No.
In Arabic language, it is called the bujura.
Yeah.
And Ithlin bujura and al-mawlad. In Arabic
Yeah.
language, did you understand the question meaning? Your own
Yeah.
language.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Do you know the twin baby? Twin baby, do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Here
Yeah.
they are talking about the publication in newspaper about the twin baby separation. This is the main things.
Yeah.
Some person publish in the newspaper and
Yeah.
newspaper about the twin baby separations. So we have to go the passage. Please, I like to request to read the location and show you the location. Mr. Raja, could you please find the location of the question?
Third passage.
Third paragraph. Fourth paragraph.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 2, 3, fourth paragraph. Okay, we can read fourth paragraph. Please, which line have you find the information? Please, could you read the line? Which line have you find information about talking about the separation of twin baby and published in the newspaper? Have you find some information regarding this? Paragraph number 3. We have to read paragraph number 3. Whether there is information about the newspaper.
Sorry, the passage tells about the separation of twin baby, but there is no information about publishing newspaper. The line is, but twin studies took a surprising twist in the 1980s with the arrival of studies into identical twins who had been separated at birth and reunited as adults.
So they have only half information regarding the separation, but they did not talk about the publication in newspaper.
Yes, sir.
So what should be the answer?
Not given.
Not given. So, okay. Salma, have you understand how we find not given?
Fine, you're given.
Because not given because they are not talking about the published in newspaper. They just gave information only the separation of baby. So now we can read the question number 4. Question number 4 is about like to recommend
genetic process.
Okay. Epigenetic process are different from both genetic and environmental process. So we understand the question. Then if you understand the question, you can find main word. What is the main word of the epigenetic process? Main things, epigenetics, some process of epigenetics, they are different from both genetic and environmental process. I think we understand the question, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what is the main word of the question? What is the main theme of the question?
Epigenetic process.
What is epigenetic process? Main thing, epigenetic process.
So where they are talking about epigenetic process, we have to go through the passage.
And next paragraph. And
next paragraph and second.
Last paragraph.
Okay.
Fifth paragraph.
Okay, fifth paragraph. Can you please read just 1%? Read the line where you find the epigenetic process.
According to a recent field called epigenetics, there is a third factor also in play, one that in some cases serves as a bridge between the environment and our genes, and in other operates on its own to shape who we are.
Okay. Okay. According to the recent recent field called epigenetic, there is a third factor also in play. One is that some cases sever the bridge between the environmental and our genes, and in the other operate on its own to shape who we are. Epigenetic process are a
So
chemical.
sorry, it's
Sir,
different.
Sir, I have a
Yes.
question. That question says the epigenetic process is difference between the environment and gene.
Yes.
And this passage says that the case serves as bridge between environment and genes. Is this similar or dissimilar?
Yes, similar,
It's in
similar.
Similar,
the next
similar,
para,
similar.
if you read, then you will understand more clearly. It's
Yes, yes.
similar.
Similar information. According to the recent field of called epigenetic, there is a third factor also play.
Because
One is
third
that
factor.
some case about to a bridge between the environment and our genes. In the other operate is own shape of own we are. So similar something and the last line epigenetic process are chemical reactions in the chemical tied to neither nature or nature out of the represent what recharge have been called third component. So all things are similar between the questions. Answer should be true, isn't it? Answer is true or false?
True.
Okay.
True. True. Because it's the third component. It's not like the same and genetic and environmental
And it
process.
serves as a bridge between the
Bridge.
environment and our genes.
Right. Okay. Now we can answer this kinds of question. Please, Alipa, can you share as you are seeing in the screen what kinds of question is it here? List of the recharger, or what technique you used to follow find out this kinds of question? Can you please share your experience about this kinds of question?
So I try to read the question, 2-3 questions first, and then I search in the passage by name. Here is a list of name.
Okay, isn't it easy process? First of all, read the name of the people and go through the passage, identify the name, and where you get the line of person name, you have to find a person statement, person records.
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it?
Firstly, I try to read what the person says in the passage. Then
Yes.
the
Come to
question.
the question. Okay. So can we try to find these kinds of question very possible times? And the person name are Francis Golden, Francis Goltons, Thomas Voucher, Daniela Reeds. Now, reading 3%, we are directly going to the passage and finding the person name. Please start finding the person name. From the beginning, we have to chart the person, where the person are. And tell me the paragraph. Which paragraph? Are you seeing the person name? We are seeing the person name.
Yes, sir.
4 paragraph.
The idea of using twins to measure the influence of hereditary.
The name of English scientist, we can stop in here. An English scientist named Francis Galton first suggested the approach, the phase nature but train study look the surprising twist in 1980th century. With the arrival of study into identical twin who had been separated at birth and reunited as the adult. Over 2 decades, 137 set of twins eventually visited Tom's Voucher lab in what became known as a meniscus study of the twins Richard Yarfoot. So we got some information regarding the person. Now, what do we have to do? We just go to the passage and we can match question 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to match the person. There are lots of, there are maybe 2 answers of the question, the person. So could you please, Arifa, could you please read the question 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and find 2 answers among them? Whatever you understand. Arifa, are you listening to me? Hello? Mr. Shakil, are you listening to me? Shakil? Shakil, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So please find 2 answers. The person talk. Question 8, question 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which 2 answers that the Francis Golan talk about? Question number 5 is invented a team used to distinguish 2 factors affecting human character. Is it matching with the person statement?
Distinguish 2 factors affecting human characteristics.
Did he distinguish 2 factors? Did he separated? Distinguish means separated.
Separated.
Distinguish is a synonym word of separated.
It tells about separated 2 twins.
So this distinguish means separation. This is synonym word.
Yes, sir.
Matching with number A person.
Affecting human characteristics. Yes, sir. 5 and also 9.
9 number is not 9. Number 8. Pioneer recharge into genetic using twins. He is a pioneer. He is a main person. Francis Galton was the pioneer. From all other recharger, Francis.
Sir, what is the meaning of pioneer?
Pioneer means the main person, the beginner persons. He is the beginning persons.
Inventor.
He is the
Like
and in center person. He is the beginner one. He started the thing first of all before everyone. This is called pioneer. So all other recharger, Francis Gold was the pioneer, as we read from here. And question number 5, invented a team used to distinguish means separate 2 factor affecting human characteristics. Is it clear to understand? You can read again. You can read again the paragraph very carefully, and you can understand. Read carefully about the Shakil. Please start reading from the line. English scientist.
Yes, sir. The idea of using twins to measure the influence of heredity dates back 1875, when the English scientist Francis Galton first suggested the approach and coined the phrase nature and nurture. But 2 twin studies took a surprising twist in the 1980s with the arrival of studies into identical twins who had been separated at birth and reunited as adults.
Okay.
Over 2 decades, 137 sets of twins eventually visited Thomas Voucher's lab in what became known as the Minnesota study of twins reared apart. Numerous tests were carried out on the twins, and they were each asked more than 15,000 questions.
Okay, this is enough. You, Shakil, you understand 2 information got from here. One is the Francis is the pioneer because he started recharging first, then other ones. And you got some, he separated some 2 twin baby, then reunited. That means you got information that he first invented the team, invented a team used to distinguish. He invites some person, some name of person to use distinguish, that means separate two factor affecting human characters. So whole thing you read in the paragraph, you can understand that two information is missing. So we have to read the answer matching with A, answer A, 5 is A, and 8 is A. That means A persons matching 5A, A, and 8 is A. Two answer with the persons matching. Now, same technique you need to follow. Now we have to choose person number B, Thomas. Where is Thomas? Choose the Thomas person name. Where is Thomas?
Thomas Boucher.
Where Thomas have you find? Have you
Sir.
got any name of Thomas?
Who is it? Voucher, sir. Voucher. Name next paragraph. Thomas Voucher.
Okay, Voucher is meaning Thomas Voucher. Okay, and Thomas, the same thing you can follow when you find Voucher, Thomas Voucher. Then you have to read all thing of Thomas very carefully. Then go to the question, select two more information regarding this. Please start reading the Voucher statement. Shakil Bijoy, could you read the Thomas Voucher statement?
Okay, sir.
No.
Over 2 decades, 137 sets of twins eventually visited Thomas Voucher's lab in what became known as the Minnesota study of twins reared apart. Numerous tests were carried out on the twins, and they were each asked more than 15,000 questions.
Keep reading. There are a lot of questions. Keep reading the second.
Voucher and his colleagues used this mountain of data to identify how far twins were affected by their genetic makeup. The key to their approach was a statistical concept called heritability.
Okay.
In broad terms, the heritability of a trait measures the extent to which differences among members of a population can be explained by differences in their genetics.
Okay, this is enough. We can chart, or you can read more things. Now we can have the answer. Statement matching. Question 6, 7, 9. Maybe two information you can have. 6 number is.
Express the view that the study of epigenetics will increase our knowledge.
Is it what? It's not his one.
Sorry,
So
it's another paragraph.
So seven number question. Question number 7.
Develop a mathematical method of measuring genetic influence. No, sir.
Develop.
Yes,
Did you
yes, sir. It will be the answer.
This is the information the Thomas Voucher have developed.
Because they had a statistical concept.
Okay, we will go against. Now we have to base 8 number. Develop a mathematical method of measuring genetic influence. And question number 9. Carry out research into twins who have lived apart.
This will be also the answer.
Also, okay. Arifa, can you please help us to find the information in Voucher's research? To how
Yes,
it is
sir.
how you are doing this.
Could you explain his number 9 answer?
Number 9. So, okay, Arifa, please make us clear. How did you understand that Voucher recharge number 7,
Yes,
number
sir.
7 and 9? Please, you have to read the information from the paragraph.
Because, sir, there is saying that took a surprising twist in the 1980s, but with the arrival of studies into identical twins, which has done by Mr. Voucher.
Okay.
So he did that research who are identical twins, and the other one is Brochard and his colleagues use this mountain of data because numerous tests were carried out on the twins and a lot of questions. So how far twins are affected by their genetic makeup? The key to their approach was a statistical concept. So mathematical concept called
Statistics.
heritability.
Heritability or statistical concept
So
that means
concept, yes. It's a mathematical method.
accountability or some
sir.
count.
A
Is it
statistical
similar? Is it
concept
similar
and
heritability and mathematical?
mathematical method
Yes,
is similar word.
statistical means that
Statistically,
mathematical.
it is similar, but heritability is I don't know, is similar or not.
It's a process. A statistical concept. There's a process called. It's a name. Heritability.
Heritability
It's
is
the
a
name
name.
of this mathematical concept.
Yes, it's a terms of mathematical heritability.
Yeah, I'm clear about the number 7 question, but I have doubt about number 9.
9 carried out research into twins. You have to go upward in the fourth paragraph. Not fourth, 1, 2, 3, fifth paragraph. Here it says that, but twins studies took a surprising twist in the 1980s with the arrival of studies into identical twins who had been separated at birth and reunited as adults. Over 2 decades, here it says, clearly says, identical twins who had been separated. You
Is
just
it
read that
information about the
yes, over 2 decades, 137 sets of twins eventually visited Thomas Brochard's lab in what became known as the Minnesota study of twins reared apart. And his research name also is twins reared apart.
Right. So in 1980, with the arrival of a study into the identical twin who had been separated at birth and reunited at the adult, over 2 decades, 137 friends eventually visited Thomas Bolshard lab in what became known as a study. Twin recharge. That means they are recharging. Here, Shaheen, please, the line. They go to the lab for recharge. Why they go there? Why they help lab for recharging about the twin baby, and where they got statistics from the lab, recharging from the lab.
Also, the study name of his research is, you see, the study name is about twin reared apart.
Sir, I got
Yes.
it.
Okay. Okay. Now, so now 2 answers we got. With the person matching 2 answers we got. Answer number 5 and question number 7 and 9. 7 and 9 is B. Now we have one is rest. Number C. Number C is a person. Daniel Reed. Where Daniel Reed is? Which paragraph you find the Daniel Reed? Please, could you identify the Daniel person you found in the question booklet? Where you have the Daniel?
Genetics Daniel Reed, sir. Last thing.
So last three para.
Third paragraph. Please read the Daniel.
Last third.
Please read. Shaheen, please. Shaheen, start reading the Daniel statement. Daniel.
Sir,
Yes.
I am having network problems, so
You cannot. So Shaheen, Shakil, please, could you read the Daniel statement?
Yes, sir. Please scroll up
Okay. Enough, or you have to more?
More.
Sir, in the last paragraph, it said that, having said that, Reed adds the latest work in epigenetics promises to take our understanding even further. So it expressed the view that the study of epigenetics will increase our knowledge.
Okay, you ask, Shakil, please, you start the line. Where do you find the Daniel, please?
Sir, in the
Sir,
last paragraph, in the first sentence, having
genetics.
said that, no, if you will read that, then you will
Last
not
paragraph.
get the answer. So here it says in the last paragraph, in the first sentence, having said that, Reed adds the latest work in epigenetics promises to take our understanding even further. So it describes that epigenetics will increase our knowledge because our understanding will go further.
Having said
Go
that,
ahead.
having said that, Reed adds the latest work in epigenetic promises to take our understanding even further. What I like to say that the nature trains something in the okay. So this is the information, but Shakil can read from and genetics. Daniel Reed has worked with the
Many
twins
twins over the year and thought deeply about what twins studies have taught us. It is very clear when you look at twins that much of what they share is hardwired. She says many things about them are absolutely the same and tolerable, but it also clear when you get to know them that other things about them are different. Epigenetics is the origin of a lot of those differences in my view. But we understand, we can understand by those things of these kinds of information. They are also tell about the knowledge things.
For you have to keep reading because Daniel are talking lots of things. Paragraph, second last paragraph and third last paragraph. All the thing at Daniel. The last one having this is last one having said that read and let us walk in the epigenetic promise to take our understanding even further. So we can match with the information. The rest one is number 7. Question number 6 is matching express the view. Daniel expressed lots of view. Express the view that study of epigenetic will increase our knowledge. Who have said this? Daniel.
Yes, sir.
Daniel have expressed. Daniel has shared about the view regarding epigenetics. So 3 paragraph, you read Daniel's statement. You understood that Daniel expressed the his statement regarding epigenetics, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So answer you got, question number 6 is C. So we have to match question number 5A, 6C, 7B, 8A, 9B. We got it, and we are habituated. If you have this kinds of question, you can follow the technique, then all will be correct. Now it is up to you. Second piece is this is about the fill in the blanks. It is called the with clue. In terms of answering fill in the blanks, when you have with clue type of questions, just read the passage and identify some key point, find out the answer, but answer will not match with the clue because the clue, the word they give, they are the synonym word. So just you have to get information from the pictures and match with the answer. Arifa, did you try to answer fill in the blanks with clue?
Yes, sir. So here in the question, it's saying about epigenetic process. So we'll find the epigenetic process where it's mentioned. So
First
it's
of all, First of
Yeah,
all, you have to find to the paragraph where they are talking about epigenetic now. And in epigenetic process, dash influence the
it's influence
activity
the
of
activity
our
of our
genes.
So
Now
which is
which paragraph?
influencing our activity of gene?
Arifa, can you help us to find the paragraph of epigenetic? Which one is paragraph?
Yes,
Sir,
sir. It's
Sir,
the
previously we read that epigenetic process is a third
These
term
are-
and it is a chemical mixture.
yeah
process
chemical
of
Okay.
reaction
chemical
tied
reaction.
to neither nature or not nurture. So it's a chemical reaction. So chemical is influencing the activity. So it should be D.
So
10 number.
answer should be
Already we read this passage, and
already
the,
we read, but we can ensure, we can assume that you can ask the answer. And in epigenetic process, if you have remember, you can quickly find out answer. Question number.
yes, sir. The first answer will be chemical reaction, because we read in the passage that epigenetic process are chemical reactions tied to
Okay, we
neither
note down.
nature
We note
nor
down without the
nurture.
chemical next one. Then, for example, in
creating our internal dash. So it's in here how each gene is a strength or weakened, even turned on or off to build our bones, brain, and the other parts of the body. So it create our organ. B.
Organs. So it create our question. Okay, correct. Number and third question.
Then the third question is the study of epigenetic process is uncovering the way. Then one example. So we should find the example related,
So
epigenetic process.
will you go to the passage, or you can answer from here? Will you go passage?
Yes, sir. The study of epigenetics is revolutionizing our understanding of biology is by revealing a mechanism by which the environment directly impacts on genes. So our gene is affected by our environment.
So answer you got which one?
E, number E, environment.
Number E. Okay, correct. Next one.
Because here it says that environment directly impacts on gene. So
good.
And the example is that if a pregnant rat suffers stress, the newborn rat may later show problem in its what, like eggs. So rat
its behavior, because
its behavior.
Behavior. Okay, you may have remember when you read the first, you may have remember its behavior. Good. Or you can ensure by reading the passage here. Clearly.
Also, sir, I can read for you if you want to read the passage.
Okay, please read this one.
For example, have shown that when a rat experiences a stress during pregnancy, it can cause epigenetic changes in a fetus that lead to behavioral problems. Behavioral problems as the rodent grows up. So it's the behavioral problem.
Okay, you got. Thank you.
It's a behavior.
Okay, thank you. I hope this is the way we could answer all sort of thing. Now we can try the rest of the one. This is about another complicated question type. This is called multiple choice. Arifa, would you share to answer this type of question, multiple choice? It is also complicated in terms of listening and reading, both ones.
Yes, sir.
You may have in the listening part.
It's really complicated because we have to read the whole first paragraph. Otherwise, it's really confusing to choose the answer.
Both case listening as well. Someone feel difficulty in the listening or reading sometimes things.
It seems that all the answer can be correct.
In the listening, sometimes they make you confused that they will give you two options. They will talk about two options. We will be confused whether option A, B is correct. In reading as well, same things that they confuse some things that they never explain directly information. Direct option they never explain. They will explain indirectly or using some uncommon word. That's why it is very complicated. So we can follow some tactics Technique is that, first of all, you have to read the question number. In the question, you may have some clue, or they will specify the paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. As you are seeing in the question, in the first paragraph, writer makes a point. First paragraph, writer make a point. So you have to read the first paragraph and have to read the writer points. Then you can come to the option. So we can go to the first paragraph. And the first paragraph, I like to recommend Shakil to read the first paragraph and identify writer's point.
Though we might think of film as an essentially visual experience, we really cannot afford to underestimate the importance of film sound. A meaningful soundtrack is often as complicated as the image on the screen and is ultimately just as much the responsibility of the director. The entire soundtrack consists of 3 essential ingredients: the human voice, sound effect, and music. These 3 tracks must be mixed and balanced so as to produce the necessary emphasis, which in turn create desired effect. Topics which essentially refer to the 3 previously mentioned tracks are discussed below. They include dialogue, synchronous, asynchronous, sound effect, and music.
Okay, and first paragraph now, Shakil, whatever you understand, now you have to choose the option A, B, C, D. Just read option number A. The director should plan the soundtrack at early stage in filming. Option number B would be, it would be wrong to overlook the contribution of sound to the artistry of a film. Option number C, the music industry can have a beneficial influence on sound in film. Option number D, it is important for those working on sound in the film to have sole responsibility for it. So
it will be number B maybe, because in the second sentence, it's shown that we cannot underestimate the sound system.
So we can go again to read the just focus writer make a point that what writer make a point in the first paragraph. We have to read again. Then we can make clear. And though we might think a film is an essential virtual experience, we really cannot afford to underestimate the importance of film sound. A meaningful soundtrack is often as complicated as its image on screen, and it is ultimately just a much of the responsibility for the director. The entire soundtrack consists of 3 essential ingredients: the human's voice, sound effect, and music. Those three tracks must be mixed and balanced so as to produce the necessary of emphasize, which in turn create desired effect. Topic which essentially refer to 3 previously mentioned chapter discussed below. They include dialogue, the synchronous and asynchronous sound, effect, and music. So what did the writer mention? We can have choice option A, B, C, D. Arifa, which one you are talking about? Number D?
Number B. It would be wrong to overlook the contribution.
B, okay. It would be wrong to overlook the contribution of sound or artistry of film. That means you cannot overlook the contribution of sound. That means in first paragraph, the sound is the main things. For films, sounding is main thing. You cannot overlook, you cannot deny. You cannot deny the importance of sound, isn't it? What do you say, Shakir? What do you say? B B is correct or D correct? Which one? Shakir.
Sir, B.
B. B. Okay. They are talking that you cannot overlook. Overlook means you cannot deny the importance of sound for filming. This is the first paragraph we understood. The same way we can go to the read the question number 15. Shakir, could you read the question number 15 and tell me the main thing of the question?
One reason that the writer refers to Humphrey Bogart is to exemplify. This keyword is Humphrey Bogart.
Maybe name of some film. So
Yes, sir.
we have to go. One reason writer referred to Humphrey Bogart is the exemplify. What is exemplify of the film name? So where you have Humphrey in the passage, you can have information in here. Shakil, can you identify the Humphrey, the line you have? Which paragraph?
In paragraph 2, second paragraph.
Second paragraph, sir. Second paragraph.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the middle part.
Question is talking about the example, exemplify. That means giving example of Humphrey film. Please start reading the paragraph and tell me the Humphrey. Here is a Humphrey Bogart.
Thus, for example, the actor Humphrey Bogart is the character Sam Spade. Film personality and live personality seems to merge. Perhaps this is because the very texture of a performer's voice supplies an element of character.
Okay, so we can ensure open with the film characterizations of audience perceives little more, no difference between the character and the actor. Thus, for the example, for the actor Humphrey Bogart is a character's sums a spread flame personality and live personality seem to merge. Perhaps this is because they very texture of the performance, voice, supply, and an element of character. So you have some sort of information. Now you can start option A, B, C, D. Just
It will be A.
with the option A. A is talking
The
about
importance of the actor and the character appearing to have similar personalities. No
Yes.
difference.
no difference. Yes, and importance of the actor and characters appearing the similar personality. Here they are talking about the thing. Humphrey is the characters, some Spade film personality and live personalities seem to merge. Perhaps this because of the textures supply the element characters. And above the open with the characters audience little no difference. There's no difference between, that means similar, no difference. So you got the answer, no difference, option number A. Good. And Arifa, could you read the question number 7? Question number okay, question number 16 or question number, yes, question number 16.
In the third paragraph, the writer suggests that, so we should go to the third paragraph.
Third paragraph, good. Here you have the third paragraph. So please read the third paragraph and to understand the writer's consumption. Should you read the third paragraph? Could you read the third paragraph, please, Arifa?
Yes, I'm not seeing paragraph.
Okay, here you have the third paragraph. Is it clear?
No, sir, it's the first paragraph.
No, third paragraph. This is third paragraph. This one, when the voice is.
So when voice textures feed the performer's physiognomy, gesture, and the whole and very realistic persona emerge. The viewer sees not an actor working at his craft, but another human being is struggling with life. It is interesting to note that how dialogue is used and the very amount of dialogue used varies widely among films. For example, in the highly successful science fiction film 2001, little dialogue was evident and most of it was banal and of little intrinsic interest. In this way, the filmmaker was able to portray what Thomas Shoboshak and Vivian Shoboshak call in an introduction to film the inadequacy of human responses when compared with the magnificent technology created by man and the visual beauties of the universe.
Good. Now we can go to the option A, B, C, D. Now you can choose option among 4 options A, B, C, D. Audience are likely to be critical to a film dialogue, then that doesn't reflect their own experience. Film dialogue that appear to be dull may have a specific purpose, and C, filmmaker may considerably in the skill with which they handle dialogue. Number D, most successful films are those with dialogue of huge quality. What do you think? Which one is
Sir,
correct?
I have a confusion in between number B and D.
Okay, number B talking about the film dialogue that appear to be dull. Film dialogue that appear to be dull, to be not too good, may have a specific purpose. I mean, film dialogue will be maybe dull or bad. Bad film dialogue may have a specific purpose. And D is talking about the most successful film are those with the dialogue of high quality. This is two different information.
No, sir, it's not talking about the successful films. It may be a film dialogue that appears to be dull, may have a specific person. I am confused. So maybe.
No, yes, this is not maybe, this is sure. The number B is the correct. Film dialogue that appear to be dull may have a specific purpose. Some purpose. If you can read again, then you can understand clearly. You can remove your conflict. Again, very realistic persona image. Person and the viewer sees or not an actor working in this this craft, but
Yes, sir, I got it. That how dialogue is used and the very amount of dialogue used varies widely among films. So then example in the highly successful science fiction film 2001, little dialogue was evident. So they are giving example about little dialogue.
Very widely among, for example, a highly successful science fiction film 2001, little dialogue was evident. Most of it was banal and little interest. That some dialogue are not so interested. In this way, filmmaker was able to portray what comes. Filmmaker sometimes make a poetry, poetry lines, some the English poetry line.
Because there was a little dialogue was used, but still the film is so successful. So, sir, number B.
Yes, number B. And is about talking about number B. We can read again the number B. Film dialogue that appear to be dull may have specific purpose. Some dialogue they are using for specific purposes. When they have dull dialogue, when the bad dialogue they use some use for purposes. This is matching. So this is the way 17 question we can read. There is some clue of the questions. What does the writer suggest about bringing a baby? So what is the main word in here? Right, it's talking about the bringing of the baby. Shakil, what is the main word in the 17 question?
Bringing up baby.
The baby, sir. Bringing up baby, sir. This is a fourth paragraph
Fourth paragraph, we can have this information. Fourth
from the
paragraph.
first from the first line.
Could you read the line, the beginning of baby lines? Then you can understand the answer. Anyone, please, anyone can read the line?
The
of beginning of-
comedy Bringing Up Baby, on the other hand, presents practically non-stop dialogue delivered at breakneck speed. This use of dialogue underscores not only the cheesy
Okay.
quality of the character played
Mhm.
by Catherine Hepburn, but also the absurdity of the film itself and thus its humor.
Okay.
The audience is bound from
Audience.
gag to gag and conversation to conversation.
The-
There is no time for audience reflection. The
Good.
audience is caught up in a whirlwind and of activity in simply managing to following the plot. This film presents pure escapism, largely due to its frantic dialogue.
Okay, okay, thank you. You got some information. Now you can choose option A, B, C, D. Now you can read option A, B, C, D and tell me which one you are urging the correct. A, option B, read the option A, B, C, D, just urge the correct answer. A, option the plot.
The plot suffers from the filmmaker's wish to focus on humorous dialogue. The dialogue, number B, the dialogue helps to make it one of the best comedy films ever produced. Number
Right.
C, there is a mismatch between the speed of the dialogue and the speed of the action. D, the nature of the dialogue emphasizes key elements of the film. So it should be number D, sir.
Bijoy, are you agree with Arifa or you are not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So which line you confirm that the D is
No,
correct?
whole the paragraph is talking about its
yes, sir.
pattern of dialogue.
Yeah, whole, yes. Comedy bringing
Largely
out
due
the
to
other.
its frenetic dialogue. All the paragraph is talking about its pattern of dialogue. How
So not only the DG quality of the character played by Catherine, but also
Okay, we
the,
confirm. We
Yes.
confirm. We confirm, and if you understand meaning, it's confirmed that it is correct. And we can have the other question is that number 18 question. I like to recommend to read. Raja, I have read. Shakil, again, will you read the question number 18? Shakil Ahmed. Shakil Ahmed, read the question number 18.
the writers refers to the click of a door to make the point that realistic sounds.
Okay, which one is mean? Writer refer to a click some sort of word. They use click
the
of the
click is
door.
a key word. So we
Click of the
should
door.
start
Click
by
of the
click.
door.
Point that realistic.
The fifth press, the middle point. The fifth press, middle point.
Okay, with regard middle points, we can charge fifth paragraph middle points. Just read the line you just find here.
For example, the click of a door being opened may simply serve to convince the audience that the image portrayed is real. And the audience may only subconsciously note the expected sound. However, if the click of an opening door is part of an ominous action, such as a burglary, the sound mixer may call attention to the click. With an increase in volume, this helps to engage the audience in a moment of suspense.
So
Right.
it's okay. So we We found the answer, sir. We find out.
Which one is correct, do you think?
So it's
A,
talking about the audience response to manipulate, how to manipulate the audience, how to engage the audience. So it should be
okay.
number
Then
C.
number C, maybe modified in order to manipulate the audience to respond to the film. Yes, you are correct. This is the managing. So we are struggling for managing time. We are wasting time because our time is very limited in reading, but we have to be rapid readers. All are main one problems managing time because we are not habituated for reading. So here we have the true false not given. You can have the things because we are discussing or we like to discuss. Are you clear for not given or we like to talk more thing? Are you able to answer true false not given clearly or easily, or we have to discuss here? Shakil, are you able to answer true false not given or you face some problem?
Sir, face some problem.
So let's try for question number 19.
Okay.
Just tell me, when you find answer true false not given, how many questions you are able to correct among 10, among 5? Percentage of your success. And Arifa mentioned she is just 80%. She can do. How many percentage you can do? 50%, 20%?
True false is up to 60 or 70%. From passage 1, it's 80%, and from passage 2, it's less than 80%.
Passage 3, you maybe less than 50%, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Passage 3, all sort of questions are complicated because passage 3 is a complicated one, complex one than the before beginning to one. So to improve your skill, I think if you read some complicated pieces from IELTS, if you know the word meanings, small word meaning, if you have habit of reading rapidly, you can do 90% answer can be correct. That means you are getting more than 80 score, 7.5 score. So at a glance, it is not possible to get. You need to time. You need to practice more.
Okay.
So, Shakil, read number 19. Here you have 19 question, and tell me the main word of the question.
Audiences are likely to be surprised if a film lacks background music.
Which one you have? Which one you find the key points? Audience are likely to be surprised if
Background
a film,
music.
if a film background music. That means audience feel very hesitate, very surprised if they watch a film where there is a lack of background music. So
yes,
background is the main word. And identify the line where you have background music. Which background you have background music?
Sir,
Sorry,
paragraph number.
the third last.
Yes, sir.
Is this paragraph one?
Yes,
background
sir.
music?
We are probably all familiar with background music in films, which has become so ubiquitous as to be noticeable in its absence. So ubiquitous means common. It's really common. So, and as to be noticeable in its absence. So when it's absent, it's so noticeable. We can notice that. So audience may likely to be surprised if a film lacks background music. It's true.
Audience is likely to surprise. So true. Okay. Now you can answer other question. Just read the question. Same thing, Mr. Bijoy.
Background 20 background music may anticipate a development in a film. So it's talking about development of film which occurs because of the background music. So if you read further, we can find the answer.
Okay, in this background, where the information is?
We are aware that it is used to add emotion, rhythm, usually not meant to be noticeable. It often provides a tone or an emotional attitude towards the story or the character depicted. In addition, background music often foreshadows a change in mood. So, for example, it's used for the development of the music. So development of the film. So background music may anticipate a development in a film. I think it's true, but
True.
I don't
Yes.
know the answer.
True. Yes, this is true. This is true. I have to confirm that the between question and answer, same information. Background music
Yeah, it's
may
giving the
anticipate
information.
may anticipated a development of film. Same information. Question number 21st. Vijay, please read question number 21st.
Background music has more effect on some people than on others.
Okay, you understand the background music has more effect on some people than others. So in paragraph, you can read some sort of information here. They are talking about the background music have influence or effect of some people than others. Keep reading the line.
Usually not meant to noticeable, it often provides a tone or an emotional attitude toward the story and or the characters depicted. In addition, background music often foreshadows a change in mood. For example, dissonant music may be used in film to indicate an approaching means or digester. Background
So now, okay. Now you got information. You can have match with the answer. Question 21st. Background music has more effect on people than others. What do you think? Is it true, false, or not given? Did they talk about this thing? Have you read the background music have influence as music have influence?
So there
on
is
some
no
people?
information about it that on some
They did not.
people have more effect.
They did not compare between the people. This one have effect, more effect. This one last effect. So this is the not given because the paragraph you read, the background music. They did not clarify whether it has influence between some people than other people. They did not clarify. That's why it is not. And question 22. Background music may help the audience to make certain connections
within the film.
It has which is the key point? Which is the key point of the question?
Is the connection. Background music help to make the connection within the film.
May viewer understanding by making sense.
Where the
yes, background music may aid viewer understanding by linking sense. The next sentence in the next paragraph. The first sentence. So it's true.
Background music aid viewer understanding by linking sense. For the example, participant musical themes associated with the individual character or situation may be repeated at various points of the film in order to remain the audience of silence modified. Okay, so what do you think is true, false, or not given?
True.
So true.
True. Okay, true. So next one, 23rd, the audience tend to be aware. Audience tend to be aware how background music is affecting them. Same paragraph. Talking about background music, same paragraph. And please read the lines. The audience, what are the audience functions?
So, sir, in the last paragraph, if we read, the effects of sound are often largely subtle and often are noted by only our subconscious minds. We need to foster an awareness of film sound as well as film space so as to truly appreciate an art form that sprung to life during the 20th century, the modern life. So we are not aware of that sound is affecting us. So we need to foster, we need to develop our awareness about the film sound. So it should be false.
False.
We
Okay.
are not aware of the background music effect that it is affecting us.
This is false. So and the rest of the paragraph in next classes we'll discuss. Here you have this one picture, this question. I think you try, or next class we will discuss again. This is about the completing sentence. We have idea how to answer completing sentence. First of all, same thing, read the questions and find out the key points, got information from the passage, then come back to the question. You can match the options. And this question is about the list of the headings. We will discuss in the next classes about the question. And this question is about another passage. Here we have the question about fill in the blank and true or not given. As you try, or we will discuss in next classes. And I like to recommend to all other to collect Cambridge 12. Do you have Cambridge 12 books or not?
Yes,
Not.
sir.
Yes, sir.
I have Cambridge 10 and 11.
And after the next classes, we will discuss reading from Cambridge 12. So I like to recommend all participants to collect Cambridge 12. You can have, if you don't have the book, you can have the book from internet. If you charge www.cambridge IELTS academic 12 PDF download, you can download the books. And Cambridge 11 are nearly to finish. And next class we will discuss again about your problems you face, and we will try from Cambridge 12, as Arifa has tried variety of questions. Please, Arifa, have you tried new types of questions?
New types of question means, sir?
In the last classes, you were supposed to practice some.
Sir, yeah, I am trying to learn to know about the new type of questions. Now I start listening parts, so I just know about the listening. I didn't touch the reading section yet last time.
You are doing
so
listening.
I just saw the listening. Yeah, I did 2 or 3 tests, but it's like quite difficult, I think, because here we have to write 2-3 words more, like no less than 3 words, no less than 2 words. So when this type of question is like too much, then we have to write a lot, then we miss the second one.
Okay, no, I like to recommend the same thing. If you enter charge in internet, Google's just IELTS real reading test with answer. If you download some PDF, IELTS real listening, real or reading tasks. You can have lots of PDF file with answer, including answer. Try yourself, and I think justify the score yourself of your own. How many answers you are able to correct? If you are looking to have 7 score, you have to ensure 30, at least 30 questions among them. Until you are not able to do, practice, keep practicing. And keep practicing. Or before reading, one thing is better for you, learn some uncommon word with their synonyms. It is very good opportunity for you because you are living English native country. It is when you are going to shop, when you are reading newspaper, you all things are English. So it is very great advantage for you than other students like we have.
Sir, here people, they don't use uncommon English. They like their English is like they are talking, no grammatical rules, no nothing. It's just normal talking. So it's not like that they use, yeah, we speak, but it's just it's not.
You can improve your reading by reading some English news article or some English news article. You may have some familiar newspaper in Canada. people read. You can collect the
Yes, sir.
newspaper,
Yes,
and
sir.
read some article, and then you can improve your vocabulary skill. Or weekend, and Mr. Shakil is in Cox's Bazar or Bijoy in Dhaka, anywhere in the world, newspaper are available. Or you can download the Guardian apps. You can read the Guardian regularly, can identify uncommon words, then gradually improve your English vocabulary, English lexical rituals. Very helpful for you for reading the skill. But lots of things we discuss in our reading classes. We discuss strategy, technique, maintaining. But if you are not familiar with the English word, if you are not habituated to read rapidly, it is not strategy or technique will not helpful for you. So again and again, I like to recommend keep practicing reading, improve your vocabulary, then you save your times. Okay, for the today's, we like to finish the classes, or if you have some question, you can ask me, or you have to finish the class. And the next classes, or rest of the test we will discuss, and I recommend you to collect Cambridge 12. And for the further classes, we will discuss from Cambridge 12. Okay, can we finish class in here, or you have some question?
No, sir. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you very much for having with me today. Thank you again.